Hi there, it's Lisa Oliver, author here, and if you want to find out why I have 3 cars, or more specifically, why you should self-publish your freshly written fiction work, then continue listening to this video. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Lisa Oliver. I write paranormal romances. That means my books have men in them, loving other men and enjoying every minute of it. And where the fated mates is a promise, but that love is a journey. I currently have roughly 80 titles, I think it is, on my backlist, and I've written those over the last 8 years, and every single one of them is self-published. I have also lived on the income of my books for the past 8 years with no other source of income. So, why do I have 3 cars? Well, I bought the Mazda, which is a people mover, because I needed to have a way to transport my rather large Rottweilers. The people mover, I can put the seats down at the back, open the back door, and they can trundle in there, no problem at all. But I wasn't keen on driving the Mazda very often, so if I was on my own, my son recommended that I buy an Audi. Now, admittedly, they're not, posh cars, but I'd never had an Audi before, so I bought an Audi A6 because I really love a V8 engine, and I didn't like it. It was too light in the steering. I wasn't used to it. So, the weekend after I bought the Audi, I happened to see an ad for a guy fairly local who had a Jag, an XJ8, and I love them, and it was a beautiful grey, and it had a lovely cream interior, and of course they have the leather and the walnut, and it was just like, oh, I had to have it. So I bought that too. And I was going to sell the Audi, admittedly, but then, you know what? I found out that had seat warmers, and I'd never had a car with a seat warmer before. So at the moment, I have 3 cars. And I have 3 cars that I can afford because I self-publish. Now, for a lot of you, you might have just finished your first book. If you have, congratulations. And now you're probably thinking, well, you want to get it published. You want to sign one of those big contracts with a traditional publishing company, and, you want to be famous. Oh, wouldn't that be just amazing? No, well, not for me. I never wrote with that intention. But if you are that person, then this video is not going to help you. If you've written your book, finished it, and then thought, I wonder if anybody would like it, then hey, now you're listening to the right video, because self-publishing is an absolutely amazing tool that pretty much allows anybody who has written the end at the end of their book to put it up and make it available for sale to readers. Awesome. You don't have to pay for it. It's all completely free. The Amazon Kindle system, which is what I'm talking about, all you have to do is go in and fill out the form, upload your book, upload your cover, press submit, and sometimes I have had books cleared within 20 minutes. Other books have taken a couple of days, depends on the backlog. But then all of a sudden, Amazon sends you an email and you can click in and see your shiny new sales page where your book is available to be read or paid for and read. It's an amazing feeling. And if you happen to want a paperback version, and now Amazon are doing hardbacks too, all you have to do is reformat your file, upload it, and you can get those as well. A lot of people who think about traditional publishing lines don't understand how amazingly powerful the Amazon system is. It does allow, that used to be, and I mean it still is in a lot of cases, that if you want to get your book published traditionally, You have to fit a specific genre. Nowadays, they expect you to have an audience. So it's so frustrating because for most of us, for 99.9% of people who have slogged their guts out writing a book, they were not going to be able to get it published because the publishing houses become a barrier to entry the moment you approach them. There's always something wrong with your book. There's always something they want you to change, and it doesn't become your book anymore. With self-publishing, if you finish your story, now please, pretty please, get it edited. I didn't. Read my first book, then read my last. You will really notice a difference. But anyway, please get it edited because you really want to make a good impression. And then, you need a cover. And people talk about formatting, but I don't actually format my books. I write in Word with standard margins, and I actually write in a size 14 font because my eyesight's going. As you can see, I'm wearing glasses. My eyesight's going. And I upload that file to Amazon, and when I look at it on my Kindle, there's never any problem with it at all. So, yeah, there's this whole thing. Yes, there are things you have to do yourself to self-publish, which is get your book edited, get a cover for it. You've got to write your own blurb. You've got to put your front matter and your back matter in the book. Your front matter is the legal blurb that says, hey, basically don't steal my book, and that it says that, you've got the copyright to it. The back matter is usually about the author and what you've written next. My back matter now is about 6 pages long because I do list all of the books I've written under series headings. Anyway, that's irrelevant. You've got to get there first. But when you self-publish, you get a chance to put your book out in front of readers. You have to market your own book. And a lot of new authors think that that's really difficult. But social media makes that really easy, time-consuming, but easy and free. So why, if you had to choose between approaching traditional publishers for about a year, getting rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection, and I'm not saying that your book would be, I'm just saying that statistics suggest it's more likely that you'll be rejected. Weigh that up against just opening a KDP account and uploading your book straight away. When you look at what a traditional publisher might offer you in terms of royalty rates, I don't know for sure, but I believe you are lucky if you get between 15 and 25% of the list price of the book. If you self-publish on Amazon, for most countries and areas, you make 70%. If your book is priced between $2.99 and $9.99. And then there's a time factor. Waiting for the book to go through the processes with a traditional publisher, which usually involves them sending you to an editor, the editor spending a couple of months telling you what's wrong with your book, you rewriting it and sending it back for resubmission, crossing your fingers all the time that your editor doesn't get laid off or fired in the meantime, and then doing the second round of edits and then possibly a third, then waiting until the book can go on to the publisher's schedule. And that I understand, and I'm welcome to being corrected, but I understand it takes roughly anything from a year to 2 years from your book being accepted before it actually appears on the shelves. And that's provided the company doesn't go bust in the meantime. Now, I admit, Amazon's a company too. It could go bust. I've only been with them 8 years. They've only paid me religiously every single month for 8 years. Something could go wrong. Of course, we could also suffer a zombie invasion, and if you're like me, you'll probably want to start thinking about the apocalypse if something happened to Amazon. And the thing is Amazon isn't the only game in town, but it's the game I use. It's the platform I use, so that's why I'm talking to you about it. But if you are not an Amazon supporter, if you're not keen on Amazon, if you think they're whatever, it doesn't matter. There are other places out there you can sell your book, like Apple, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, I don't know, a lot of others, Smashwords. I do distribute my books through Smashwords too. But so there are other outlets. The thing is they all have the same thing in common. When you have got your edited book ready for publication, it can be done within the day. And then all you have to do is peddle that link for that book, regardless of what company it's through, so that you get sales. So when people ask me why I have 3 cars, it's because I can afford them. And if people ask me, well, how do you make your money? I make them by applying my ass to a seat and I write my books. Then I guess I'm one of those authors that maybe makes a tad more than the $200 a year they claim most authors make. I know I do. But anyway, I will keep this one short today. But yeah, if you need any further persuasion as to why you should self-publish instead of traditionally publishing your work, actually, that's not really fair, because if you want to traditionally publish, then I truly wish you well with your journey. It is long, it is hard, and the chances of you making any decent money out of it is very slim. And that's fine, because a lot of people don't write for money. I started writing because I needed a way to support myself after my marriage ended. And I have been an avid reader for years, and so I started to write. And when I heard about the Kindle system, I had been working as a ghostwriter prior to my writing, so I already knew about it, and I just gave it a try. And I'm severely glad I did, seriously glad I did, because for me, self-publishing has given me control of my life. It's given me control of my finances. It's given me control of my career. And I can work in my pajamas if I want to, every day of the year. But anyway, my friends, there will be a lot of other content on this channel about self-publishing and how you can go about it. But if you have any specific questions, please drop them in the comments below, and I will answer every comment, I promise. If you did like this content, or maybe you just felt sorry for me because I'm an old lady on YouTube, then please hit the like and subscribe button. And in the meantime, hug the ones you love, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.